This is the brand new ROG Phone 7 Ultimate. It's $1,400. It's the fastest, most extreme Android phone to ever exist by a mile. Does it beat the iPhone? Is it finally time for me and other iPhone users to jump ship to Android? Spoiler alert, this is me getting into bed at 3 a.m. last night because one of these phones' batteries would not die during my battery test. So, starting with the unboxing experience, I can say with a high degree of confidence so far, yes. The phone comes packaged in what looks like an interplanetary object. This magnetic strap, by the way, is also a dock for the phone that launches an augmented reality video game, which is shockingly well fleshed out for what's basically just a party trick. I mean, these things are actual buttons that control your phone like a games console. There's an insert, which has a case inside of it. Cool design, but just shockingly little material here, considering the beastly size of the phone. You've got the charging brick, USB-C cable, a very sizable pouch, don't even think about it, editors, and that's made to carry the single most ridiculous phone accessory you've ever seen, the Aeroactive Cooler 7. And here's the phone, which, with the case this skimpy, kind of looks like you've just slipped a bodybuilder into a bikini. Now compare that to the unboxing experience of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I guess they win on minimalism? But yeah, this point clearly goes to the ROG. 8 more tests to go. Let's see if the most extreme flagship phone on the planet can beat the most popular flagship phone on the planet. So then we've got audio. And to be honest, I've been super impressed with the speaker quality on the new iPhones. No one can argue that this is not one of the best sounding phones on the market, with a pretty powerful combination of its bottom firing speaker and then its earpiece speaker on the front. But, this is something else entirely. Last year's ROG Phone 6 already had the best phone speakers on the market, and they say they've now given the speaker units even more room to be able to move and therefore push more air, which should result in even boomier sound. Oh wow, okay. Instantly. You can probably hear this all the way to Apple Bar. Wow. It is insane how much better that is in the iPhone. It's louder, the bass is thumping, and the position of the speakers makes it feel like the sound's being fired directly into my ears. But then it just gets silly good when you use this. So this ROG company's been making coolers like this for generations now, and every time they release a new one, they add a key new feature to it. So at this point, we've got a kickstand, a headphone jack, physical buttons, LEDs, a portal that opens up on the phone to allow it to pump air directly over the chip itself. But this time round, it's also a subwoofer, or in other words, a third speaker designed specifically for bass. So just by locking it in like this, you hear the difference. It's adding a whole other layer of warmth and richness to the track. Don't know what else to say. Second point also goes to the ROG. But okay, fine. The unboxing experience, the audio experience, you could say they're still niche features. So, let's test what's arguably the most core, fundamental phone feature for all of us. The battery. So, we'll get both phones side by side. These are brand new versions of each phone, by the way, just to make sure they have 100% battery health. I've equalized brightness and put speaker volume at 50%, so let's see who wins. The plan is we're running straight YouTube videos for the first couple of hours. Okay, wow. The iPhone is actually a reasonable amount ahead, possibly because its display can automatically reduce its refresh rate to lower than the ROG phone can when not needed, to save battery. I also reckon, though, at least some part of this is the fact that Apple's battery indicator does not tell you the truth. I'm pretty sure that iPhones hang on the first few percentage points just to reassure the user that their phone's not dropping as soon as they take it out of charge. So now, social media. We'll do Instagram and TikTok for another couple of hours. And after that, you can start to see the ROG pulling ahead. But what's really going to separate the men from the boys is some proper gaming. So we'll run some Genshin Impact, some Doom, and just basically keep these games on until the phones call it quits. Which, in the iPhone's case, gives us a total time of 9 hours and 30 minutes. I would say that is towards the upper end of modern flagships, but just not the best. Meanwhile, the ROG is still going. It's still at 37% for goodness sake. But slowly, surely, if we push it hard enough, it too eventually dies. But it took 12 hours and 18 minutes to get there, which frankly is insane. And yes, I stood around for 12 hours to get this result. So, you know, subscribe if you appreciate it. You won't regret it. I'm only half surprised by the results. I mean, this thing does have 2 separate 3,000 mAh batteries inside of it, so 6,000 mAh total, which is a lot more than this guy. It's just that because it's actually the lighter phone between the two, you forget how much is in there. But then I was like, well, the phones are down here anyway. They're both at 0% right now. We might as well also test how fast they can charge. And you see why I ended up sleeping at 3 a.m. now. So I plugged both in, using the original charging bricks and cables provided with them, which gives the ROG up to 65 watts of power. And the iPhone, well, technically 0 watts. It doesn't come with a charger. But assuming you'll pay the extra $40 to get the fastest possible charging, this brick can deliver 27 watts of power to an iPhone 14 Pro. The iPhone's definitely off to a faster start, which might sound strange, but is not actually unheard of, because that wattage figure, it doesn't tell you the full story. Because the number only tells you the maximum charging power the phone can reach, not the power that